Hello, everyone, and welcome to Legislative Deep Dive. I'm your host, David Feit, and today we're looking at how Representative Kim Young and 414 other members of the House of Representatives think the Secretary of State should be spending their time. As always, like, follow, subscribe, share, and support to keep your friends, family, and the world informed on what's really being introduced and passed in the halls of Congress. Now, when it came to a vote, H.R. 1107 passed the House after a suspension of the rules with 415 yeas, 0 nays, and 19 members not voting. That's an almost unanimous consensus from a group that's supposed to be so divided. I wonder what got them all so agreeable. Let's dive in. California-based Republican Representative Kim Young, along with 9 bipartisan co-sponsors, put a bill in front of the House last week titled, "To direct the Secretary of State to take certain actions with respect to the labeling of the People's Republic of China as a developing country and for other purposes." There's always other purposes. Short title, PRC is not a Developing Country Act. As always, Section 1 is the short title, so Section 2 starts us off with the good stuff. The Statement of Policies. It should be the policy of the United States, and with that, we're already off to a rocky start. The rest of this section lays out the official way we as a country are supposed to think and behave. Not in some crazy thought crime way, but in an official international business way dictated by Congress here in one specific act, which can really be a slippery slope. So it goes on to say that our policy should be to oppose the labeling or treatment of the People's Republic of China as a developing country in any treaty or other international agreement to which the United States is a party, and to oppose the labeling or treatment of the People's Republic of China as a developing country in each international organization of which the United States is a member, and to pursue the labeling or treatment of the People's Republic of China as an upper middle income country, high income country, or developed country in each international organization of which the United States is a member. Now, the U.S. propaganda machine spends a lot of time, money, and energy telling us that China is a poor country full of starving people on the brink of economic collapse. But here we have the official position of the United States that it must not be recognized as such. We move on to Section 3 and the report. Now they want the Secretary of State to write a report for the appropriate committees of Congress identifying all current treaty negotiations where the enforcement of the treaty is based on the development status of the member states, or if China is under consideration for becoming a party of the treaty. So they need a detailed list of every way that this act is actually going to affect anything. Then we move on to Section 4. Mechanism for changing the development status of the People's Republic of China. This part is especially ridiculous, but I'll let you guys see for yourselves. In any international organization of which the United States and the People's Republic of China are both current member states, the Secretary shall pursue changing the status of the People's Republic of China from developing country. Now, this is pretty much restating what we already talked about. But paragraph 2 continues. Proposing the development of a mechanism described in paragraph 1 to change the status of the People's Republic of China in such organizations from developing country to developed country. So now the Secretary of State has to spend their time lobbying groups like the UN, World Health Organization, IMF, and more to create a way for them to change China's classification. They then go even further with their orders. In paragraph 3, they say regardless of the efforts made pursuant to paragraphs 1 and 2, working to ensure that the People's Republic of China does not receive preferential treatment or assistance within the organization. So rather than using diplomacy to stop a nuclear holocaust or strengthen our bonds with our allies, an almost unanimous vote from the U.S. House of Representatives wants the Secretary of State to spend their time making sure China gets nothing for being the starving, broke country we're all told they are. The section ends with a waiver saying the president can waive this section if it's in the best interests of the United States. Now, I'd say it's already in the best interest to waive this, but no one's going to listen to me, right? Section 5 finishes up the bill with some definitions defining appropriate committees as the House Foreign Affairs and Ways and Means Committees and the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. And it defines the Secretary as the Secretary of State, in case you got lost. So, to recap, the House suspended the rules to pass an almost unanimous vote, a whole act with the sole explicit intended purpose to fuck over China in the pettiest way possible, disrupting the work of not only the Secretary of State, but also every single international organization that the US and China are both in, bogging everything down just to make sure China cannot be treated as a poor country. Makes you wonder if they know something we don't. Thanks so much for watching. Check the links in the description to find merch, socials, and other episodes, buy some Blood of Tyrants wine, or download Streamlabs Ultra, a way for you to make high-quality content of your own. And don't forget to like and share this all over to make sure to keep your network informed. Thanks again, and until next time, keep up the fight.